Shut up about Ariana Grande. It's really that simple. Like, literally, shut your mouth. Shut.
Never! Ariana Grande is not fooling anyone. I don't know why I have this. It's not plugged in. Ariana Grande is not fooling anyone except for her die-hard fans. I love you, Ariana Grande! Ariana Grande went from a side character to an international superstar known for her amazing vocals and controversies.
Ariana has also developed a reputation over time of being very rude and unkind to individuals who work in the service industry.
Where Ariana Grande's little legs walk, well, get carried, controversy and heavy critique follows hard. From Ariana changing her race from white to black, then Asian, from jumping to man to man to married man.
I love boys.
To her most recent transformation. You guys, she's morphing right in front of our very eyes. This most recent Ariana Grande morph, if you will, is what people are calling the Disney princess era. She's weak, frail. She always squishes her eyebrows together and speaks extremely softly.
Ariana.
Hello.
I just want to say you're an inspiration for a lot of people.
Oh, thank
What
you.
advice do you have for the next generation?
Oh my goodness. See, I don't know. Believe in yourself.
I mean, if Disney casted her in a live action, I feel people would be really angry because there's another Disney live action, but I think she would absolutely kill it. I know those little birds and other forest land creatures are about to come around her and she's gonna start singing, just like Snow White. Except this Disney princess is gonna take your man, and maybe your little dog too. Oh, I'm just kidding, Rigby. She's not gonna take you. But she did star in a movie called Wicked, and she was the good witch. But whenever someone has a label saying they're good, I feel like they are not that great. And recently, many past fans of Ariana are switching it up and saying she has shapeshifted into this new Ariana Grande as a way to deflect against the current criticisms of some new recent actions that are surfacing and other things that are resurfacing.
So I'm gonna be that girl, but Ariana Grande, I can't support like any future albums.
People say she's vile, she's rude, inconsiderate, and downright just an awful person.
Now that everyone is catching up to speed with the fact that Ariana Grande is just like a terrible person.
But many do actually really love Ariana Grande and cry when they see her. But with more and more that comes out about Ariana Grande, a lot of people are switching it up. They find her to be a shapeshifter and says that she's actually quite vile.
So I'm gonna be that girl, but Ariana Grande, I can't support like any future albums.
I'm gonna unpack my theories to why the general public does not accept or embrace Ariana Grande, especially as of late.
I don't care for Ariana Grande.
She's in scandals all the time. There's been mounting evidence for years and years that she's maybe not the best person.
The critique is extremely heavy at the moment for the ever so appearing innocent Ariana Grande, but the tiny little voice and the even tinier body isn't fooling anyone anymore. They're on to you, girl. The growing obsession, whether it's hate, love, or looking at her extremely skinny body and saying, "Are you okay?" There's someone that has taken this weird obsession with Ariana Grande to a whole different level. And she actually publicly talked about it recently and called them out. Oh, this? You thought that was Ariana Grande. No, that's not Ariana Grande. This is Ariana Venti. But we will get to all of that and her very, very soon. Because I have to admit, I don't know much about Ariana Grande except for like 3 things. The ponytail, every few years she unlocks a new personality and voice and look. She loves to cheat, and she loves men in relationships, and oh, the donut controversy, which we'll talk about in a second. So that's like 5 things. But since we're talking about Ariana Grande, I kind of want to talk about a lot. So let's take it all the way back to the early 2000s. Many people look at Ariana Grande now and at how emotional she is. She's always crying. She's extremely touchy-feely.
It's really sweet how you touch each other. You like to touch, like...
And people say she's pretty much always kind of horny, and they think it's extremely weird. And well, it is. But it's also extremely normal for what I like to call a theater kid, and she was one of these theater kids. One of the, well, some would say the worst kinds of theater kids. Musical theater, which is my favorite. If that clip had no music, I got copyright struck, but just know that Ariana Grande has been performing for years. It's still not plugged in, I just like using it for dramatic effect. Cause I hate getting copyright struck over a 2-second song. Anywho, Ariana played Annie, and I have to say she looked absolutely adorable.
It's a hard knock row, we hope.
Come on, even if you are the ultimate Ariana Grande hater or the chick that thinks she is Ariana Grande,
The amount of hate I get is just so crazy.
no matter if you love her or hate her, you have to admit, she looked so cute being so small like Annie. I've never seen her so young and slightly smaller than what she is now. Her feet never did reach the floor, even as she got a couple inches taller. Which, like, I just have to say it. Why the f is her name Ariana Grande? She is so tiny. Not even her body, like, yeah, her body's small, but like, her height, she's so small. What an oxymoron. Is that an oxymoron? Doesn't matter, you get what I'm trying to say. It's not hate. If you're new here, I'm very, very short. My feet aren't even touching the floor, well, right now. Yes, they're just dangling for dear life. Every day. That's the life of a short person. I couldn't imagine if my last name was Grande. People would call me a liar and a hypocrite, which they're pretty much calling Ariana Grande a hypocrite right now, but not for her last name. We'll get there in a second. Anywho, Ariana Grande would go on to be on a sitcom on Nickelodeon as a side character for the show Victorious, and her name was called Kat Valentine. Oh my god, that brings up such a visceral reaction of my teenage hand trying to find the remote as fast as I could so I can just turn that off because I hated that show, to be completely real with you. And everyone in it. Actually, teenage Michelle hated Ariana Grande's character the most. Not because she was cute, not because other people were making fun of her red hair, mostly because it was the voice. I don't know, I just didn't like the voice very much.
Who are those flowers for?
You.
Flowers for me?
Yeah, I got your text that said, "Hi Moose, it's Kat. Please bring flowers to me at Hollywood Arts immediately."
Aw, you're such a sweetie. Come on, let's go show Tori and Jade the flowers you brought me, and not them.
I personally think that I was just too old for the character and I thought that she was annoying and dumb. I was tired of this whole dumb chick thing that I kept seeing on shows, and I didn't understand the frickin' potato thing.
Sometimes I wonder if you can get juice from a potato.
And it really wasn't Ariana Grande's fault for me not liking the character or how she portrayed the character. She didn't write the character, she's acting, she's doing her job. It was this freak's fault. That's right, the farthead Dan Schneider who directed her to play stupid and have a super light voice and eat her feet.
Have you ever tried to get your whole big toe in your mouth? Check this out.
So yeah, I didn't like the character. But Dan loved her, and so did the people, so much so that Ariana Grande and her character Kat became a main character on a show called Sam and Kat. And she would play Kat Valentine with her best friend Sam, who was the opposite of Kat.
Say, hi, I'm Kat Valentine. Try it.
Hi, I'm Kat Valentine. Try it.
No!
But during all this filming, there was some suspected drama that would brew up. Jealousy would run amok between the stars. Well, in the watcher's head. Well, actually, it was kind of true. Let me just tell you about it. People speculated that Janet, the one that played Sam, hated Ariana. Actually, after Sam and Kat ended, there was a little short that Jeanette came out with that clearly had an Ariana Grande character in it. And it wasn't complimentary.
I am so beautiful.
Holy balls. Sarah Bronson. I haven't seen you in like, I don't know, a week. Oh my god, I'm joining you. God, it has been such a long day. I've been to the facialist and the manicurist and the nutritionist. It's like, what even? Like, what is life like? I can't. Can't what? It's just like too much. Myself. Suicide moments.
Until this day, I thought they hated each other until I made this video and started reading up about it. Supposedly, Jeanette started openly talking about what she felt around Ariana Grande when they were co-stars. And she did in fact say that there was some jealousy and some resentfulness toward her because Nickelodeon, well, they treated Ariana completely differently. Both of the girls had certain goals. They both wanted to sing, they both wanted to do acting, they both wanted to kind of get out of the whole Nickelodeon thing of eating feet. But Jeanette wasn't allowed to, but Ariana was. So of course there is going to be some sort of jealousy going on, especially being at a young age. From a young age, we're taught to be jealous of the girls instead of looking at what really is going on. She should have been jealous and pissed off and angry and wanted to punch Dan and anybody else who was trying to control her while they were letting Ariana Grande sing and dance around. Apparently the two actually get along really well. The little movie that you came out with though, Jeanette, did not help the situation. I think people would be like, you definitely don't like her. But to be fair, Ariana Grande loves impressions. She does them all the time. She did Katy Perry and made fun of her song Firework, and the fact that Katy Perry wanted to be an astronaut for about 12 seconds. Jennifer Coolidge.
Hey, Parnell. You look like the 4th of July.
Britney Spears. Celine Dion.
That is why last week, Celine Dion.
Whatever this is. She's done so many impersonations on her TikTok and in shows and just for fun that she forgets who she impersonates.
I love the water boy too.
I love
you dressing up like the water. That was fantastic.
Did I do that?
You did it. You did some maybe a Halloween or something like that. There's some picture of you respecting Bobby, and
I'm sorry.
I love you for that.
It was during the pandemic, and that's why I don't remember it.
Okay, people are allowed to impersonate Ariana Grande if they want to.
I just like when is someone gonna have my back?
Okay, hold on. She's on a whole different level of impersonations, girl. So get out until it's time for your segment, because we have a whole segment on you. That's how weird she is. But in the story of Sam and Kat, Ariana Grande and Jeanette, it was pretty much basic teenage jealousy stuff. Because Jeanette got to watch Ariana blossom into what she is today, a worldwide known singer, songwriter, actress, and homewrecker. Most of us have like, what, 1 or 2 awkward exes? Ariana Grande is the awkward ex. Or the weird one, the conniving one. I'm not too sure what she is, but she's weird. She's weird to me. And there is a lot of exes. The girl loves to date so much that people have compiled a whole list of her dating history. A lot of people critique all of these various men that Ariana Grande likes to date, but I have to say, I don't think there's a problem with dating a lot of people. How else are you gonna find the one that you wanna marry? Or maybe someone just wants to really date a lot. What's it to you? Well, what's it to you is the way that Ariana Grande dates these men. Ariana allegedly really loves guys that are in relationships. It's like a known fact now that I never really paid attention to because I don't care about celebrities, but we all know what happened when Ariana met Ethan Slater, who had a whole ass wife and baby. Some of these though are really interesting that I did not know at all. She dated Big Sean, that rapper, like she was in his backyard.
Me in my backyard, you feel me? Pouring live from my backyard.
Riveting and random. I had no clue that she dated him. I guess they did a lot of videos together, some music videos even, of Ariana Grande whispering in his ear, sequestered behind him looking into the camera while they zoom in on his mouth. They did a lot of hand touching stuff. They lasted like a year. She dated Mac Miller. I didn't know about that one. They also did songs together.
Well, okay. Well, all right. Well, okay.
That one's sad because he died. Guys, I'm so out of touch with celebrity type stuff, even though I'm a content creator. I didn't know he died. She dated Pete Davidson, the guy that dated Kim Kardashian? Where the hell have I been? I don't know, it looks like she had fun with Pete. He's thrusting his crotch behind her head. Sexy. I'd be so irritated if Garrett was doing that behind my head. And I don't know, maybe she was too, because they broke up. They were engaged too, like within a few weeks after they started dating. And then after that breakup, she sealed the deal and got married to someone named Dalton. Who's Dalton Gomez? Dalton Gomez was a luxury real estate agent, and she married him in 2021, then they separated in 2023. And shortly after that, Ariana would start working on Wicked and meet Ethan Slater, a married man with a child. Like a freshly out of the womb child. And Ariana was actually super friendly with Ethan Slater's wife. She even allegedly held Ethan Slater's baby.
Sources are now claiming that Ariana not only hung out with Ethan and his wife Lily, but also held their baby.
But allegedly, in the dark depths after work hours, these two would be. And she would be doing all of that, and in the end, she fucked SpongeBob. Along with hopping around with the boy, she'd be hopping around with the voice. And people have been calling Ariana Grande out for cosplaying her voice and saying, use your real voice, Ariana.
Everyone online is attacking Ariana Grande right now because they're saying she changed her voice again.
So people started pulling clips of Ariana Grande and her speaking voice like transformation through the years.
To my family who's here tonight, I think I owe a lot of this to my Nona.
I'm Ariana Grande, and I'm going to be playing a game of song association.
I'm just saying, like, you haven't.
And you guys, I have to say, come here. As someone, a little closer. As someone who is not an Ariana Grande fan, hater, stan, or anything, I'm more of a commentator and talk about what I see on the internet. I thought her voice sounded a bit just the same. Just a little bit different in pitch. But I am not the people, and the people were invested in this. They actually cracked the code and found that she picked up on something called the transatlantic accent. And finally, after all of the critique, Ariana finally broke her silence on this whole cosplaying her voice drama. And that was actually all the way back in 2013.
I'm speaking in a slightly higher placement than I usually speak in because I've been doing a lot of interviews all day and I'm trying to keep my voice healthy.
So no one really cracked anything. She's been saying that she talks at different pitches. And I have to say, you might hate her for the multiple men, the donuts, we'll get there, the cheating, the dating married men, this whole I'm just a soft-spoken nice girl act, which I don't know if I believe that, Ariana. But you cannot deny or act like she is not a great and amazing vocalist, and she seems to take it very seriously. And the way you use your speaking voice coming from someone who does enjoy singing, but I don't take it as seriously. Obviously, I ain't about to go sing nowhere except for in my own recording studio, which is my closet and sometimes the room in the back that you guys see me in sometimes. But something that my vocal coach and my choir coach would always critique me on is my speaking voice, because I tend to strain my speaking voice, which can hurt your vocal cords even before you start singing. So you have to really take care of your speaking voice. You can't be speaking super loud. You can't be straining your vocal cords, or is going to ruin your performances. Actually, my very, very serious friends who, they would always get the vocal parts, in performances, and something they would do before they would perform is not speak. And they also would speak a lot differently. Like when they would take their vocals seriously, they would start changing their voices. And sometimes people would make fun of them at school. Like, why is this bitch changing her voice like Ariana Grande? And in my head, I was like, have y'all heard her sing? It's like butter. So I don't get the critique there, but other people said, fine, we won't critique that. What about you changing all your personas? Ariana, not Grande. What is this? Nickelodeon Ariana Grande to Black Ariana. Well, according to the internet. Ariana Grande and blackfishing. A big black fish in a small pond. Disclaimer, I am a white woman. Please correct me if anything I say is inaccurate, offensive, or misunderstood. So I do remember the Black Ariana Grande era. I personally thought that she just got a tan and did her makeup differently. And honestly, looking at how she looked like on Nickelodeon, upgrade. I think she looks really good here. But this pissed off the people. What ethnicity is Ariana Grande? Whichever one is trending. So after she got bored with being black, she turned Asian. She trended for this aesthetic and people said she's trying to be a K-pop girl. Ariana Grande under fire for racially ambiguous look. Are only Asian people allowed to wear this? I'm just curious. What about this says Asian? Because she's just wearing an oversized blazer. But people absolutely hated it and said that she's trying to be Asian.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Daisuki.
Anyway, Ariana Grande's look changing and her morphing from black to Asian has always been a topic of discussion. It always trends and people like to write whole, articles about it, but the most recent image that Ariana Grande has shifted and gotten a lot of people talking is this form. And many people are saying that it has her in a chokehold and she looks extremely frail and she can't escape the character. And that character is, well, a Disney Disney princess. Disney princesses have that light voice, they're very small and thin as possible. But I know many of you guys are probably saying, no, it's not her Disney princess era, she is Glinda, the good witch. And yeah, many people are also saying that she prepared for that role and she never got out. But that role is over. And I saw a lot of people in the comments saying, why is she acting like a Disney princess? And that's what I'm going with. But whether you want to call it her Disney princess era or she's stuck playing Glinda, you can't deny that this Ariana Grande is a lot different than, well, all the others. So there's no secret that Ariana Grande is a tiny woman, and when she started training for Wicked, that her body got a lot tinier. I mean, she's always been a tiny girl, but there's no debate that she is extremely tiny. And so it had me wondering, was there some sort of training regimen that she talked about or did or publicized to get in shape for this Wicked Glinda character? And apparently it was extremely intense, physically, vocally, and mentally. Ariana pretty much had to vocally retrain everything. She had to retrain from a pop singer to a classical soprano. Like we talked about before, she said that she changed her speaking voice, said that this training permanently improved her vocal health and that she can actually feel her vocal cords changing through the process. Something else she had to do was singing and act at the same time. Much of all the singing was done live on set, so no more singing into a studio where you get to show up in your pajamas. Nope, now you're wearing corsets, ball gowns, and you have to sing all at the same time. And these roles are actually extremely physically demanding. Even though Ariana Grande's role as Glinda is nice, light, and feathery, the role includes a lot of endurance, stamina, core strength, flexibility, posture. Yep, you can't be slouching, all while singing very, very extremely hard songs. Let's not forget about Cynthia Erivo doing those crazy sprints, where she said that she sings while doing it as well. And over all these years of Ariana practicing to be Glinda, she even said that she didn't want to practice to be Glinda. She wanted to become Glinda. She doesn't want to play her. She wants to be her. And that's probably why people are saying, girl, are you still Glinda? Like, she still talks like her, even though the role is over. Which I have to say, is it really that big of a deal that she's speaking in a lighter voice? She said using this technique improved her vocals. Maybe she wants to keep improving her vocals and not revert all her progress? Is it a crime to talk in a light voice? Is she hurting anyone by continuing this cosplay of Glinda? Not at all, but what happens when someone decides to cosplay as Ariana Grande? Well, a lot of drama. So there's this chick. I had no clue who she was. I find this so funny. And then I was like, oh, I'll tell you about it. Called Paige Neiman, with over 10 million followers on TikTok, and she has gotten a following for not impersonating, according to her bio, Ariana Grande. Even though pretty much all of her videos is impersonating Ariana Grande. I can't do the music, but she's doing this to Ariana Grande's music with the long ponytail and the boots. Like, this was Ariana Grande's look a few years ago, right? It was her whole thing. Anyway, that's how Paige got her whole 10 million followers on TikTok, by not impersonating Ariana Grande. There are many people that impersonate or cosplay, whatever you want to call it, Ariana Grande, but Paige is the one that got a huge following. She's been doing this ever since she was extremely young. Like, ever since 15 years old. I think she said that when she was 14, people were saying that she looked like Ariana Grande. And that's what inspired her to start trying to be Ariana Grande on TikTok. And she ended up getting 10 million followers. People loved it, but people also hated it, including Ariana Grande. And it would get kind of dramatic. So dramatic, Paige came out with a documentary on Amazon Prime called Turning the Page. And I'm being serious. Paige did the documentary. It wasn't Netflix or Amazon Prime. She filmed it. It was like a low budget film about her not impersonating Ariana Grande and all the hate that she gets because of it, even though she has 10 million followers. And within the documentary, Paige, Ariana Venti, had the truth about Ariana Grande and these exclusive messages that she never released to the world. Well, until right now, when she made a documentary about herself, being Ariana Grande. Before I show you the clip, can I just warn you that she literally is Ariana Venti, because Ariana, even though she's light, feathery, whatever, she still speaks with a lot of grace. She's still very confident when she speaks, and she also is very well articulated. This girl just seems, she's young, but she just seems a little slow, especially when she talks.
Yeah.
right? Like, how much time do you need to answer the question? You've been doing this for years. Yes or no? But pretty much Ariana Grande would message Paige when she was 15 years old and tell her, "You're really pretty without the makeup. You don't have to act like anybody else." And Paige took that as, oh, Ariana Grande loves what I'm doing. She gave me the,
and it's so like relieving. She doesn't hate me.
like, this is great. She loves it. I'm going to amplify it. Well, then shortly after all this kind of blew up, Ariana Grande impersonator getting all these views, it blew up and people started sharing little things, and someone shared how annoying Paige is, and Ariana Grande was in the comment section liking comments that weren't being very nice to Paige. And so that's pretty much why Paige came out with this whole documentary to expose Ariana Grande, because she originally said it was okay. She even said, "Paige, if you come to one of the tours, we can share a hug backstage." But Ariana Grande wasn't really happy about her acting like her.
She's replying to a video with me of a gif of a girl rolling her eyes.
Which I have to say, yes, very shady, but also what would it look like if a 20-something-year-old Ariana Grande goes into the inbox of a 15-year-old Paige Newman pretending to be her and say, "Stop, you stupid 15-year-old bitch acting like me. This is weird." I think she did the nice version of, "Hey, you look pretty the way, you know, if you kind of do your own thing instead of acting like me all the time," in every single video. And when Paige came back and said, "Oh, it's just for fun," what is she gonna do? Command her to stop? She can't force her to do anything, so just say, "Have fun with that. I'm gonna go talk crap in another person's comment section because you're weird." And well, that's exactly what Ariana did. And so for years, for about what, 4 or 5 years now, I think Paige is like 21 years old, she has been hurt by that. So hurt that she continued to act like Ariana Grande, all while saying she's not, even though she plays pranks on little fans, acting like she's Ariana Grande.
Okay. Hi.
It's Ariana Grande.
No.
Yeah.
No. No, stop. Hi.
It's Ariana Grande. I brought her for you. Is that Ariana Grande?
Yeah. I feel like they kind of know that's not Ariana Grande and it's Ariana Venti. And a lot of people were saying, girl, when the unedited Paige Newman would start coming up and say, "So you really use those filters or edit your pictures and or both?" Because that now looks like someone who is cosplaying Ariana Grande, but everything is just kind of off. Paige wants to act like she doesn't impersonate Ariana Grande so hard that when she was on the red carpet or some event that she got invited to, because she's got followers, because she cosplays as Ariana Grande, she wouldn't say why she had a lot of followers. And the interview wasn't hard to listen to at all. She wasn't awkward and she was totally normal about this.
You have a lot of followers.
Yeah.
What are you known for?
Just known for, looking like somebody, but yeah.
She's not good at this. If I was impersonating someone and I used a bunch of filters and edited the fuck out of my pictures, you wouldn't see me in public ever. I'm just gonna keep breaking in the money and the subscribers, all in the comfort of my own home, then look completely different when I go out so nobody knows it's me. That's how you do it. She was doing fine in all of her TikToks when she just shook around and didn't say anything, because I don't think she really talks like Ariana Grande all that well. She doesn't interview like Ariana Grande all that well, and I don't think she can sing like Ariana Grande all that well. Haven't seen that yet, but she did model, and I can confidently say she don't walk like Ariana Grande either. It is really odd.
Been feeling down all night. Tell me it's alright, it's alright, alright, alright.
No, I don't think that was all right. I think it was a really bad model walk. This is kind of what happens when TikTokers try to do anything longer than, well, 8 seconds. So anyway, this would get extremely intense and even more intense when Paige would turn 18. And, well, Paige started doing some adult content where she really favored Ariana Grande. I mean, she says that she's not impersonating her, but come on. And now you're doing adult stuff as her face? That would be a little weird for me, and it was weird for Ariana Grande. She allegedly would get Paige's profiles banned.
I went on Instagram, I saw like my account was banned, and I can't even tell you like the feeling I had. It was just like horrible.
She talks slow, right? It's not just me whose booty itches when she's explaining things. I'm gonna be nice because she's very, very young. Obviously, she spent a lot of time on TikTok and that rots your brain, so I don't want to bash on her diction too much. But if you're gonna make a whole documentary, maybe get a teleprompter and a script and practice it. Anyway, so she got banned. People said it was Ariana Grande and her fans who were reporting her profiles, but there is no official evidence that it was that. She just thinks that it is.
I didn't even think about any of my other accounts being banned. But, you know, I just checked out of curiosity and saw my other account was also banned, so I knew something was up.
I mean, you could make another profile in your own image, and that probably wouldn't get banned, but she didn't. Instead, she recently decided to collaborate with another non-impersonator who doesn't impersonate Taylor Swift.
I'm just like you, I'm just like you, you're just like me.
Somebody said that's Ariana Grande and Taylor Smith, and that just tickled my booty cheeks. Right underneath it says, seek therapy, you weird bitch. No need to call her a Actually, no, she made a whole OnlyFans or something. Adult content. Booty cheeks might have been out. When she built a following looking like Ariana Grande. That does get someone to be called the B word. Ariana Grande was nice, in my opinion. I would have been awful in those DMs and publicly. And then if I saw that you made a documentary about the whole thing, I would make my own documentary about you stealing my freaking face. And then send you the contacts to a therapist, because what the hell? Weird. And you know what else is weird in the documentary? Her grandma is in it. And she said something that I just don't believe.
She looks like her naturally.
Huh.
With no alterations and no surgery. That is my granddaughter.
You know how usually the boomer generation, like the older generation, gets confused with scam emails trying to get money from them, AI videos of Trump flying a jet into war, and really any other AI video? I'm gonna just take a guess here and say that she probably would get tricked when it comes to plastic surgery. And if her granddaughter said, I didn't get nothing done, she'd just believe it. Because right on Paige's, Paige, she's got one of her first videos and she looked real different, especially in the lips.
The whole room is pretty much Ariana Grande.
If that clip is muted, it's because there was an Ariana Grande track playing in the background, but pretty much that's Paige Newman looking a lot different, especially in the lips, showing her Ariana Grande room tour, and it's just Ariana Grande plastered all over her wall. Almost every single inch is just Ariana. And I guess she loved her so much she wanted to become Ariana on TikTok, you know? So I would have been fine if Ariana Grande was all over her wall. That's, you know, some teenagers like that kind of stuff. Maybe I feel a little jealous because my parents wouldn't let me put nothing on my walls except for the Bible verses. So, you know, but then to become Ariana Grande and then say that you're not impersonating, little weird. Especially at such a young age. Anyway, the grandmother cannot stand Ariana Grande and she thinks that Ariana should be grateful for Paige.
Definitely she hasn't heard Ariana Grande. She's a big star. I mean, she's got a beautiful voice. She's a beautiful woman, and she's very, very successful, so I don't see how Paige can harm her in any way. And I think that she should be flattered that someone wants to look like her.
Anyway, so I guess Ariana Grande kind of met her cosplay match, because it doesn't look like Paige is ever gonna turn the page on this Ariana Grande thing. I mean, she colors her hair every single time Ariana colors her hair, constantly does wicked little TikToks, and she's always Glinda. She got 10 million followers from this. I'm sure her OnlyFans is popping. Why would she slow this down? I mean, she got a whole documentary out of it. She's the one that made the documentary, but you know, people are talking about it, and that means more people are watching her. Anyway, some people are really upset at Paige, but other people are saying, ha, that's what you get, Ariana. Remember? Because you licked a donut. Yeah, that's right. It's time for the donut drama. So this would go all the way back to 2015, and this was my first like kind of emotional reaction to a celebrity, because growing up we never really got to, or we were told not to like idolize people or have like like reactions to these types of things. So I never grew up being super excited about celebrities, or being, you know, some people I see them saying, oh, Ariana Grande changed my life. Like, I don't have any of those kind of feelings toward celebrities. I like their music, I like their movies, and I move along. But this was my first reaction to like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because I would never do this at any age, ever. Like, I knew not to do this at 2, I knew not to do this at 8, 5, I'll know not to do this when I am 85. And many people were saying that Ariana was so young when she did this, like she just didn't know. Everyone knows not to do this. I know Ariana Grande knows she shouldn't have been doing this. Anyway, so back in 2015, Ariana Grande would walk into a donut shop and lick the donuts that were supposed to be sold to the general public, with her current boyfriend as well. So here they are. I don't know who this guy is, but it looks like he's trying to get her to lick the donut. And she's like, oh yeah, come on. And he's like, come on, put your tongue out, lick it. And she looks around all shifty, making sure no one's looking, which makes me say, I know she knows she's not supposed to do it, because if you don't know you're not supposed to be doing something, you'll do it loud and proud. She should have licked the donut loud and proud, but no, she looked around and waited that no one else was looking, except for a damn camera. Ariana. Anyway, you see her little tongue come out and she licks the donut, and they both laugh and they're like, ha, let's get out of here. But not before he licks the donut too, and she jumps around. Which means she was really happy with what she just did. She licked a donut and she got away with it. Not really, because once again, there's cameras in these places. And apparently the rumors that Ariana Grande is not being a nice person in recent years tracks back to 2015 in the donut shop.
She was just like really rude to me.
How are you gonna be rude to people when you licked their donut and didn't buy it? Anyway, she apologized for it on the news, and I feel like she was trying really hard not to laugh at the whole situation. I mean, look at her face right now. She's holding back just a big I licked a fucking donut. Anyway, she apologized.
First of all, I mean, my behavior was very offensive and I apologized. There's no excuse or there's nothing to justify it. But, you know, I think that as human beings, we all say and do things that we don't mean at all sometimes.
You didn't mean to lick that donut? It looked like it was very forward. What was going on?
And we have to learn from it. I mean, that's part of our process. We have to learn from our mistakes.
Well, there you go. She never licked a donut again. Instead, she started licking other people's husbands, called Ethan Slater. Anyway, that's today's video. And to summarize it all up, I just have to say, Ariana Grande, you ain't fooling me. You might be cute, short, petite, tiny, kind of frail right now, really good at singing, and absolutely gorgeous. But I think you're kind of evil, honestly. Entertaining, funny, great at singing, yes, but kind of evil. But who cares when people are a celebrity? People get over it, and she will continue to thrive. You guys, thank you so much for watching. Check out my last video. I'll link it up here and down there in the comment section. Hang out with me a little bit more, but this is the end of this video, which means, you know what that means. Bring that perfect size forehead here so I can, because it's so cute. Yes, yours too, Ariana. She does have a nice forehead. I'm jealous of that faux head. And I will see all of you and your perfect little foreheads in the next video. Bye. Okay, are we deep enough in the video now? I think so, because I'm gonna put this right at the end. I can't really talk about this in the beginning for some reason. I get demonetized every single time. YouTube. But anyway, I wanted to say earlier, because there is a lot of talk on Ariana's body. There's a lot of think pieces on YouTube, a lot of think pieces on TikTok, a lot of think pieces on Reddit. And there's a few people saying, as you could see in the beginning, of people saying, stop talking about Ariana Grande's body, stop it.
Every couple of years, we collectively decide that one woman is responsible for everybody developing an and this month it's a high-achieving actor and pop star who's spent years asking people to stop discussing her body. The argument goes that she's a bad role model, that she's normalizing being extremely thin, and you know, nobody else has been doing that before her.
And I don't know if I agree with the whole like, oh, don't say anything about her body because she's a celebrity, so it's kind of like, that's kind of the price you pay if you want to be that big of a star, or if you want to put your body, well, like me, like right here, people say things about my body all the time, and if I say stop, they're probably gonna keep doing it. I want to say, because the discourse is a lot of people saying, I think she's just tiny, which was something that I said when she first started kind of losing weight. I'm like, maybe she always looked kind of small. Maybe she just stops having that like early 20-year-old, 18-year-old type diet where you stop eating hot Cheetos, dipped in cream cheese with a side of ramen and a side grilled cheese. But you can clearly see that Ariana is struggling with something going on with her body. Like, you can take one look at her and you can know, just by looking at her, that something is wrong. You don't know exactly what, but you know something's going on. I personally don't feel like I need to make an announcement and say, look at her, everyone. This is obviously bad, because I can tell, right? Just by looking at her. Which made me think of all these people that we've talked about in the past on this channel, the whole group that says,
you can't tell someone's perceived health just by looking at them.
Remember, we went through all of that for a little bit of a time period when it came to Lizzo, Samira, who still says that as she's complaining about a Skinnylicious cheesecake menu. Tess Holiday, who can wear a bikini that says fat on it. And all of that is super empowering when we can all look at every single one of those people, Lizzo being in the past because she's not that big anymore, and say, that's not healthy. Tess can wear that bikini with fat on it and all of her followers say, damn, you are fat. You're about 400 pounds, 5'2", and gorgeous. In fact, I don't think I have it anymore, but some girl was talking about being fat and Tess commented and said she's thriving being fat. Thriving. I know she lying.
But for the world to say that all I'm doing is sitting around and eat when I'm starving was horrible.
Anyway, could you imagine if Ariana Grande wore a bikini and showed how, because her legs look how they look, and she wore a bikini that said skinny on it. I feel like people would say, yeah, we know, girl. We can see your clavicle. Anyway, I just wanted to put on here, well, for the people who stay for the whole video instead of clicking off, I always get comments saying, why don't you talk about the opposite end of the spectrum? Because I talk a lot about obesity, because I relate to obesity. I like to eat. But one, it's because I get demonetized. Once you get demonetized or age restricted, your video plummets to the ground. You won't even see it. So you probably don't even see the videos where I've talked about the opposite end of the spectrum because YouTube won't show you. So hopefully, I mean, if you're seeing this video, it might still be up and I didn't get demonetized because we gotta be a little sneaky. But when it comes to Ariana, nobody, except for the people who are mentally unwell, is saying Ariana Grande looks healthy. No one's saying that. Many people were saying Tess Holiday, Lizzo, and friends were healthy. In fact, they got to be on magazines that said that they were healthy. It's like the pendulum has swung. Like before, like in my time when I was super young, being super skinny was, oh, that means they're healthy. No, it doesn't. Especially when talking about Hollywood. Hollywood and health just doesn't mix to me, and I feel like it really never will. Being super skinny will always be what they want you to be. I've worked with people who work in Hollywood, and starving yourself is like, starving yourself in drugs is like a normal thing. You want the part or not? No questions. It's kind of like bodybuilding. You want the plastic trophy or not? Anywho, I was reading something really quick before I rendered out this video, and it made me side-eye Ariana Grande and team. So obviously there is a lot of speculation of Ariana not doing well, and the speculation would skyrocket once she decided to take a break. Actually, in her words, she's gonna be taking a step back so she can reduce the constant speculation of her appearance. She was on tour for a while, and people noticed they were putting like side-by-sides together of how slow she is now and this lethargic looking when she is performing. And there were rumors that she was going to cancel the tour because she is just so thin, which were all rumors. She didn't cancel the tour, but what she did cancel was a future role that she was supposed to do.
It was just announced that Ariana Grande is no longer doing Sunday in the Park with George, starring her and Jonathan Bailey. Is supposed to be at the West End, I believe, this fall. And it was announced that she is pulling out, and at the end of her current tour, she's taken a pause.
Because she canceled that, people were like, oh, see, her body can't handle it, which I kind of agree. I don't know how much her little body can handle. So her representative had to speak on the subject because, like, I don't know, I guess it was going every which way on the internet. But here she said that Ariana is looking forward to finishing her tour on a high note, both healthily and happily. So there it is. The representative is saying that she's finishing the tour on a healthy note, just like Tess Holiday is healthy. Yeah, I don't believe it, but that's what the representative said. He also stresses that she performs a very physical show and there is a lot of athleticism involved, which there is. And I was watching a few performances and I'm like, how is she doing this? Because if I don't eat breakfast, I can't work out. But he goes on and says for a second time, she performs healthily and successfully at a very high level night after night. Just like Lizzo did, no huffing and puffing or struggling at all. Everyone is totally energized and doing great. Anyway, more people are super worried about Ariana Grande as well because she came out with a new music video called Pedal, where she's covered in blood in the thumbnail, and the music video got people being really sympathetic towards her because other people were saying she needs help, she needs to stop promoting this, where I mean, I don't even think she really talks about her body very much. I haven't seen it, but people started getting more sympathetic towards Ariana Grande. So in Pedal, she plays a performer who is repeatedly told in auditions that she is not good enough, desperate, and that she should get some work done, and then that she has too much work done, which is all things that Ariana gets told all the time. Anyway, the character eventually solves all of that by taking a chainsaw to the critics, and I liked that part. But then people stopped with the sympathy when another music video came out called Hate That I Made You Love Me, and people were listening to the lyrics saying, girl, is this to Ethan and all the other guys that you took that were in relationships?
Am I the only one that thinks this song is about Ethan?
So yeah, people were upset about that. Oh, and I forgot to mention that she is not single anymore. She got back with a guy named Ricky. I didn't know who the F Ricky was. I didn't talk about him in the video, but I guess it's a big deal because he was someone that she dated before and he's an ex-dancer photographer. And now they have reunited and they are bumping booties together again. So the love story has continued. Okay, those are all the updates that I wanted to keep. Hopefully I don't get demonetized, YouTube. And now back to me.
I'm a gym girly, love lifted heavy, doing all the curling. I live for the pump, my biceps looking plump. I'm a gym girl.